إنك أنت العليم الحكيم سبحانك لا فهم لنا إلا ما فهمتنا إنك أنت الجواد الكريم قل رب زدني علما. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ولله المشرق والمغرب فأينما تولوا فثم وجه الله إن الله واسع عليم صدق الله مولانا العظيم. So talking about the Qibla, we had various issues concerning the Qibla, which we've mentioned earlier. And one of the things that we mentioned yesterday was that Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam used to offer his nafil salat in safar, in journey, while outside of the boundaries of the city, in a shari journey. In other words, we're not traveling to work, right, a few miles down the road or within the city limits, but actually we've undertaken a shari journey, which is 48 miles or more. And in this type of journey, Rasulullah used to offer his nafil on his camel, facing whatever direction the camel used to face. So from that we can understand that nafil salat in safar, it's possible to do so. For example, we're in our car or whatever, that's okay. However, fard salat, we need to, even though we're in safar, we're in journey, we need to be, number one, standing, because qiyam is a rukn of salat, obviously. And then qibla is a shart also. It's a condition for the correctness of salat. So we'll have to be facing in qibla in fard salat. Even salat al-witr, which is, there's a variance of opinion whether it's actually wajib or sunnah. In any case, Rasulullah, it's mentioned that he offered his witr also getting down at his place and facing qibla and standing. Although it's also mentioned that perhaps in certain circumstances he would offer that witr on his camel as well. In any case, those are some further clarification on that issue. Another issue is that suppose we find ourselves in a situation where we're not sure of the qibla, and this probably has happened to most of us. We might be in journey, or we might be in a new place. We don't really know. So what we have to do, we have to try and ascertain. Of course, now we have these apps, so you just plug in your app and you just get it. But suppose we don't have any of these means at our disposal. So what do? So here, this is the instance where everybody becomes a mujtahid. In other words, we follow, the people who have ijtihad, in fiqh masail, in the various issues of Sharia, someone has to be totally qualified to give an opinion on that, and we follow such opinion. Now, in this situation, we're going to have to become our own mujtahid. We're going to have to do our own ijtihad, our own, effort to try and ascertain which direction is the qibla. So we use whatever means are at our disposal. We might have a compass, we might look at the sun, we might try and find people and ask them. We have to do the best we can possibly do to ascertain which direction is the qibla. Now, once we do ascertain that, and we come to this conclusion that what we call ghalib al-dhan, my best understanding, or the best of my ability, my understanding that this is the qibla, that's my belief. Now it's compulsory for me to pray in that direction. Whether that actually is in fact the qibla or not, this is a very interesting masala. And in fact, if we don't think that this is the qibla, but we offer in a particular direction which turns out to actually be the qibla, but we didn't think that was really the qibla, we didn't actually believe that was the qibla, then it's not going to be acceptable. In other words, what is compulsory for us in terms of facing the qibla? That we face the qibla according to our belief that this is the qibla. Now that might turn out to be right, that might turn out to be wrong. In fact, the companions, Ridwan alayhim, this happened to them. They were in journey, and it was a totally pitch black, dark night. And so they all offered prayers, and they came to find out, they realized later on that they're all facing different directions. So they came back to Medina, and they asked Rasulullah, and Nabi did not, order them to repeat their prayers. In other words, it was all acceptable. And so the fuqaha extract from this that, so the issue here is that we have to follow the qibla according to our best, understanding. But the condition is that we do our best effort to try and find so. We can't just, I think it's this. We have to try our best and use whatever means it's possible to try and ascertain the qibla, and then we point there too. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us all tawfiq. آخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.